Good morning. In our engagement with businesses, we've learned that there are 4 areas that determine success in the workplace. The 4 are academic ability, occupation, social skills, and character. We believe that for our system to be successful, we must address these 4 areas. In terms of academic ability, we are referring to the ability to read and write and the ability to do basic math. Given the size of our population with less than high school education and limited English, we know there is a significant and even overwhelming need for basic skill education as well as English as a second language. The plan calls for us to work closely with adult schools and community colleges to coordinate this training. The plan also calls for us to provide more outreach to the community on the availability of these programs. The second area is occupation. People need to know a trade, an area of expertise that allows them to get a job. What we've done is to look at the industries that are growing in the county and provide livable, sustainable wages. These industries are construction, trade and logistics, entertainment and information technology, health services, leisure and hospitality, advanced manufacturing, which includes fashion, aerospace, analytical instruments, pharmaceuticals, medical devices, and bioscience. We are already working with many of these industries through the county's Workforce Development Board, a business majority advisory body required by federal law and appointed by your board. A key element of our plan is to develop career pathways in these industries. Career pathways begin with entry-level jobs that an individual with a high school education and a short-term certificate or on-the-job training can obtain in any of these industries. In construction, for example, entry-level jobs can be welders, cutters, helper technicians. These jobs typically pay mid-30s, but with additional training, they can advance to jobs as carpenters, electricians, or plumbers, earning close to $50,000 per year. To develop these career pathways, we are aligning our resources and partnering with higher education institutions in the county. For example, there are 20 community colleges, 13 adult education consortia representing 55 districts, about 600 private training institutions, and multiple community-based organizations that provide training and services to support employment. Key to our effort is to develop career pathways working closely with the many unions in the county. The unions offer pre-apprenticeship and apprenticeship programs that can lead to employment with good wages and benefits. The adult schools and community colleges, specifically those providing career technical education, are already training thousands of individuals to obtain industry-valued credentials that lead to jobs. For example, Hacienda La Puente Adult Education is doing training tied to industries ready to hire. One example is their auto mechanic program, where their students are hired by dealerships such as Honda and Toyota. Their appliance repair graduates move on to jobs with Whirlpool, LG, Samsung, and Sears. Without a doubt, people with industry credentials are more likely to be employed and earn higher wages. The other 2 key areas I mentioned initially are social skills and character traits, which include areas such as negotiation and communication skills, reliability, and a work ethic. These are skills that are foundational areas that are critical for all employees. Our strategy in this regard, more so in working with our youth, is to increase access to work-based learning, apprenticeship, and other strategies that strengthen social skills and build character traits. Before concluding my remarks, I would like to note that our strategies include the workforce development initiatives adopted by the board, such as local targeted worker hire and Proposition 47. Both initiatives task our department with leading and supporting efforts to serve various populations with barriers to employment. To do so, we are strengthening our network of America's Job Centers to provide comprehensive services to individuals with barriers to employment, including those exiting the criminal justice system and individuals on public assistance. I will turn it over to Josie to speak about additional steps we are taking to strengthen our workforce system.
So to further strengthen our workforce system and to mobilize it in such a way that it addresses all that you just heard, we have established comprehensive America's Job Centers that are fully integrated with Employment Development Department, provide access to the Department of Rehab Services, and are strategically connected to a specific adult school, community college, and other resources within the region. Our goal is for our AJCCs to become the centers of an ecosystem that connects people with short-term training that leads to employment in industries that provide competitive wages and career paths. We are building partnerships with our sister county departments such as Probation, Department of Public Social Services, Military and Veterans Affairs to strategically align their workforce efforts with that of the America's Job Centers of California, so as to maximize the resources and be more effective with our common customers. We have created a business services engagement team responsible for connecting with businesses as well as working with major industries to acquire business intelligence that we can use to place individuals in jobs. We are targeting key populations, most of which you've heard a little while ago, but veterans, reentry, emancipated youth, persons with disabilities, persons on public assistance, homeless, limited English profession, and others with barriers to employment. In fact, we are establishing 2 specialized centers, one that is a jail-based job center to connect those coming out of the jail system with our AJCCs, America's Job Centers, and one that will serve veterans countywide.